Hi Stampers, this is Dawn from DawnStampingThoughts.net, and today we're going to make this beautiful card. These are for my new team members that joined in July. Well, these are some of them. And I figured I'd use a brand new stamp set that's going to be in the holiday catalog, which starts on September 1st. So I just thought I would do a quick video on their cards and show you how I did it. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here are the pieces. We're going to use the Whisper White, and this is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4.25. All right, so let me give you all the other pieces of the Whisper White. So this piece is cut at 4 by 5.25. This piece is cut at 3.25 by 4. And then this tiny piece is cut at 1 by 2 3/8. And then the early espresso pieces, let me give you those. This piece is cut at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. This piece is cut at 3 3/8 by 4 1/8. And then this piece, which layers behind the tag, this is cut at 1 1/8 by 2 1/2. All right, so that base is put together. Now we're going to do some stamping. This is the brand new Painted Harvest stamp set. This will be available on September 1st in the holiday catalog. Beautiful stamp set. So I'm going to be using the Stampin' Pierce mat because the stamp set is a photopolymer stamp set. Let me get all my images out. Okay, so we're going to be using 3 colors of ink pads. We're going to be using the Early Espresso, Crushed Curry, and So Saffron. Okay, so you're going to notice on your sunflower when you get the stamp set, it's a 2-step stamp set, and I'm going to be using the larger of the sunflower first with the So Saffron, and I'm going to stamp it 3 times on this little layer here. And you're going to also notice that it's not going to stamp really crisp and clean. It's more of like a watercolor look. Hopefully that shows up good on the camera. But that's the way the stamp's supposed to stamp. Okay, so that's the main layer of the sunflower, the first layer. Now the second layer, I'm going to use the Crushed Curry. Bring that over here. All right, so before we stamp that, I wanted to show you how I'm lining up the stamps. So I'm taking the center of the circle part of the sunflower and I'm lining it up because there's like a little part that bumps out. Hopefully that's showing up on camera. So on this stamp, it's also like that. So when I stamp it, I'm going to, let me see if I can show you here. Stamp it on that. You can kind of see how it bumps out right here. So I'm going to take that edge right here and I'm going to line it up with that edge with the So Saffron. And hopefully without putting my head in the camera, I can line this up. It's pretty good. Okay, here we go. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now we're going to use the Early Espresso. Okay, so now Early Espresso, same thing with the center part of this stamp. We're going to line that little bump out with the circle. Okay, now this one looks pretty good. All right, now we're going to take the little tiny dots that is also on the stamp set and we're going to stamp off and then we're going to stamp the background. Very cute. Okay, now we're going to stamp our greeting. And since this is so small, laying it onto that grid paper, I can hardly see it. So I'm just going to take the Early Espresso and I'm going to take this I Am Thankful for You. And stamp that. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to bring in our pieces. Now we're going to layer these together. Okay, now we're going to get some Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put a couple on the back of the greeting. And then also the back of the sunflowers. I'm going to put this over towards the left-hand side, right about there. Then take our greeting. So pretty. And then I took the classic weave ribbon, and this is in the Whisper White. It's beautiful ribbon, so nice to tie. And I went ahead already and tied a bow. I'm going to use some glue dots to attach that. So pretty. So then one more thing that I did add to the other cards is I added some Wink of Stella to the sunflower petals. Isn't it beautiful? So that's a sneak peek of what's coming in the holiday catalog, which is amazing this year. So let me show you the other cards. So here they are. Just gorgeous. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, thanks for stopping by and we'll see you later. Bye.